that. But anyway, let's keep it moving, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's more I want to say. Obviously, I want to talk about the transfers, but I just realized there's no point in me talking about each particular that only because it doesn't matter about the transfers. It matters about the ownership. Do you know what I mean? And what led to where we are, and that's exactly what led to where we are. But anyway, let's move on. My name is Versatile, aka Alkebulan Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reaction. Right now, we're going to react to page 51 of 261 of 81 when it comes to Drake's lawsuit, and we're going to find out more about what's going on in this lawsuit. Get me up, like, I'm glad I'm so reactive to it now, only because that I did hear there's something going on, but we don't know. I think there's going to be a trial date. I think in April. So let's just get this under wraps and just give my thoughts. And yeah, man. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification. Let's go. Anyway, so where we are. I know. Spotify and other streaming services represent the listening public that the song has been chosen because it's uniquely aligned to the listener's taste or playlist mood, and the expert creator judged the song possess artistic excellence. All right. So on information and belief, UMG paid the bots to stream the video. Really? Bots. Okay. Can you prove that? That's the thing. If you're accusing someone of something, prove it. Especially if you're putting a lawsuit, I need you to now prove it. Prove it. All right. On information and the belief that UMG employed similar scheme by paying social media influencers to promote and endorse the recording and video. As just one example, plaintiff understood. The plaintiff, by the way, is Aubrey Drake Graham. I understand that UMG paid directly or indirectly to popular NFR podcast to promote the recording and video without disclosing payment. As part of its deal with UMG, NFR podcast publicly published podcast episodes and tweets and other content about the recording. Do you know what's so funny about this particular situation? I'm pretty sure they have posted about Drake's push-ups and Meet the Grahams. I'm like, Meet the Grahams, Kendrick, so my bad. Family Matters. You know, I'm pretty sure they've done that. In fact, so much so, I don't want to spend too much on this particular subject because I have been on this for quite some time. NFR podcast, let's see, push-ups, Drake. Let's see. See, look, they posted it on their YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm not even lying to you. Yeah, I don't even can see that. They posted that. So what are we talking about? Like, what are we genuinely talking about? It's even still on their Twitter as well. Drake push-ups Kendrick Lamar diss track out now. You know what I mean? 3.3 million views. Yeah, but they posted at 2 minutes past 5. Nah, I sound like the snitch, but I ain't a snitch. Don't get that twisted now. I'm just showing you evidence that, do you know what I mean? There's what's the word? There's and look, here's a video of it as well. They literally have a video discussing it. So that's that one, right? And then let's see. There's that. There's push-ups. There's what else is there? What was the other one? We'll just go for tailor-made freestyle. Let's see what happens. That comes up. Again, tailor-made freestyle. You see that? I promise you, he just contradicting himself. So it's not like they only post Kendrick. They post him as well. Do you know what I mean? They post him as well. Right? And then we're gonna go for, what was the other one? Family Matters. There you go. Family Matters is still there. It's still there on Twitter. Yeah. So when you deep everything, you need to start. It's just pure contradiction there. It's different if it was just only Kendrick they were posting. Yeah, it was different if it was just only Kendrick, but it's not. It's not. Anyway, let's keep it moving because time is pushing. All right, so where was I? Part of the deal with UMG, NFL. Okay, so on information belief, UMG conferred financial benefits to Apple Inc. to have the voice-activated digital assistant Siri purposely misdirect users requesting other songs to instead, excuse me, instead stream the recording. Online sources reported that when users asked Siri to play the album, Mamouche scored or is offside. Um, Let me see that still. It's a nice taking goal though. Ah well, not my team. I'll be pissed if it was my team because that literally it's a good goal. Do you know what I mean? But oh well, forget Man City. You get me? We want Liverpool to win the Premier League. He injured someone in the process anyway. Who did he injure? Is that Harvey Elliott? No, it's McAllister. It's Kevin McAllister. Get me? Not Kevin McAllister as in get me Kevin. You know that Kevin, not Macaulay Culkin. But yeah me. Kevin McAllister. That's funny though. Um Look at them, they're getting respite and they're getting more tactical decisions by Arnie Slot. Or was it yeah. Can they do that? He's Yeah, perhaps like that should have stayed, that should have been in. He's got something to say after this. I can tell if they end up losing, he's got something to say about that. Anyway, let's keep moving because this is I'm being too long on this platform on the stream right now. Where was that? Where was I? Where was I? All right. On information, blah 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 blah. All right. So, online sources report that when users ask Siri to play the album certified, our boy certified. Anyway, by Drake Siri instead played the recording. UMG took other unprecedented steps to promote the defamatory material. The problem with that is, yeah, you know when you Google something, even if just Google or use any web services or whatever the case may be, or use like YouTube, use any other platform, it's the same thing. You can type in something and it will come up with a certain other song. For example, when I was trying to react to Number One by Big Bang, the first thing that came up, or one of the suggestions that came up, was the one by Kinchy Strider. You understand? Like, it's not like YouTube's way of saying I'm promoting I'm getting paid by this particular company, so I'm promoting this. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Do you know what I mean? And even if, and here's the thing, again, can you prove it? Because you're just saying unnamed person or sources or what did I even say? Online sources. Who are online sources? Be very definitive of the sources you're mentioning. If you already named names earlier in this lawsuit, so now you might as well go out all out and say that the online who are the online sources. Yeah, man, say like they're gonna score, bruv. They are showing levels. I feel like I won't say they're back to their best, but at least they're showing that they're competitive. They ain't gonna fold like how Nottingham Forest folded. They folded within like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. They folded, but at least they tried to come back. But 4-3, not a bad result from losing. Well, it's still a bad result. If you lose, it's still a bad result. Liverpool score from this, it's game over from. All right. Anyway, focus. But it's funny. Every time I'm live streaming and Liverpool play, I don't do this intentionally, by the way. Every time I'm live streaming and Liverpool are playing, that they're either winning or they win, or they draw. They've never lost when I'm live streaming. So Liverpool fans, thank me. Now I'm playing. They're winning because they're actually a good side. All right, it's got nothing to do with me. And if a team loses, it's got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? It's just because on that day they lost. Even if they played good, here's what it is. But Liverpool fans thank me. Anyway, UMG took other unprecedented steps to promote the defamatory material. All right, on May 4th, 2024, UMG removed the recordings copyright restrictions on YouTube, Twitch, thereby whitelisting the recording on information believed this action was directed by Interscope's Executive Vice President and Head of Digital Marketing, Raymond Alvarez Merkel. The whitelisting was done purposely with the full knowledge of UMG, the purpose of spreading and recording its defamatory content and broadly possible as quickly as possible. And it's funny that now I'm at this part here in regards to him mentioning streamers' names. And it's funny how he does that, but he's not mentioning online sources. Who are your online sources? Who are the online sources? Mention them. You might as well mention them. You've mentioned streamers now or YouTubers or whatever the case may be, so you might as well mention them. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep it moving. All right, so UMG has a formal ban on whitelisting, had never before whitelisted a song on any platform's knowledge. In and around June 2024, UMG reinstituted a copyright restriction on recording. Here's the thing, right? When it comes to YouTube reactions, especially with the music video or the music is licensed by UMG, I'll be honest, 99% of the time, what tends to happen is sometimes the copyright is not always going to be on some of these songs or some of these videos. And then sometimes it takes months or probably a week, probably a day, then the copyright goes on it. You understand? That's how it works. And it doesn't mean anything. And as far as I'm aware, Screwface Jeans proved it, Knox Hills proved it. Who else is there? Is that 2-0? Wow. Wow. I like the way Liverpool play. I can't even lie. I'm saying this outwardly like this. How do you do that?
You said I put it like this, I put it like this.
Yo.
Salah wants to score hat trick.
No, he's only scored one goal.
But it's offside, so this goal is offside.
I mean, yeah.
It's offside. They should protest it.
Yeah, they're gonna protest. They'll definitely protest it.
They will not.
They will. They're gonna have to.
They are not saying anything about that goal. Referee did not see this one.
He didn't, but I'm saying the man.
It's even offside. Referee did not see, but they are not checking now.
They might be checking.
No, they are not there.
They might be checking.
I said they are not checking the goal. It's offside. It's so obvious. It's even home goal. 2 goals they've scored is home goal. And this one was even in offside position that he's raising his hand. It's offside.
Oh yeah, Mo Salah got the assist. Oh, that's interesting. No, because Mo Salah scored the first goal and it was assisted by I cannot
They didn't check. They didn't protest it.
That's interesting. Mo Salah got scored and it was assisted by Sabassalai, and then Sabassalai scored and it was assisted by Mo Salah.
It's offside.
But let's get back to this real quick, because I've been on this real quick and I've been spending over 10 minutes on this particular segment, and we're on 52 pages. Anyway, let's go. All right, so the effect of whitelisting recording was massive and immediate, able to play the recording in full in their own videos and profit from them. Content creators rushed to republish the recordings and reaction videos as a few examples. I mean, Aubrey Graham is, yes, Jen, but the negative, I don't even know, depends.
I wanted to make it, but I should just eat rice.
You can eat rice. I won't be having anything anyway. I won't be having anything anyway. Yeah, so, um, yeah, Blueface proved it. Uh, yeah, so many other people proved it that, Drake did it. For Drake, it was the same thing. So it's like, why are you complaining? Anyway, the Cartier family, whose YouTube channel has 1.4 million subscribers, posted a video depicting the image, excuse me, using the recording as the date of the filing of the video as 2 million views. And by the way, I meant to say, people will react to the video whether they're going to get paid or not. It's a rap beef. If we could have done reaction videos when it was Nas versus Jay-Z, we would be there. If we could do reaction video, I'm talking like within the moment. If we could do reaction videos to Tupac versus Biggie, in the moment, we would be there. Get me? LL Cool J versus Cannabis, we would be there. You know what I mean? LL Cool J versus Ice-T, we would be there. That it's just part of hip. It's and naturally, like you want to react to something that's popular. That's just natural. You know what I mean? Anyway, Twitch streamer No Life Shack. Again, No Life Shack proved it. I might even go read it too tough, but get me 14.5 million clip of the reaction to the recording on YouTube channel, which has 4.75 million subscribers. As of the date of the filing, the video has 5.3 million views. YouTuber Zias posted 50-minute video of the reaction in the recording on his YouTube channel with 4.9 million subscribers. As of date, the filing, the video has 6.6 million views. On the 5th of May 2024, Twitch streamer RDC Gaming posted a reaction by depicting the image used in the recording. As of the date of the filing, the video has over 4.5 million views. All right, Twitch streamer Kai Sonep posted a 20-minute video of the reaction to the recording on his YouTube channel, which has 11.6 million subscribers. The video thumbnail depicts the image. As of the date of the filing, the video has 9 million views. All right. These content creators could not have legally republished the defamatory material in full or profit from the reaction videos without UMG first whitelisting the recording. Here's the thing when it comes to reaction videos. As far as I'm aware, it's not like we call up UMG saying, hey, look, can we get paid for this? Can we get paid for this? No, we react to whatever we react to. If we get paid, we get paid. But the payment is always based on the fact of, the payment is also based on your views that you get from that video, but also you have to hit a certain criteria anyway with the YouTube partnership program. Do you understand? So irrespective, and I'm pretty sure, and I could still be wrong, but I don't think you get paid a lot of money from it anyway. But yeah, let's get into it. Continue real quick. Continue. All right. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just trying to see something. It even says the date that they posted it. Yo. Yeah, just a little. Please, thanks, babes. I look at how the battery is finished on this.
Was cheating. Not cheating.
All right. So on information and belief, UMG paid influencers on Instagram and X to post content about the defamatory material for the purpose of spreading the content to larger audience. I don't think Aubrey Graham understands how this works. It's the same thing of when, like, how his song Back to Back got popular. People were going to post it because it's popular on Twitter, on Instagram, and all these other social media platforms. When something is popular, thanks, babe. When something is popular, naturally people are going to gravitate towards it, want to listen to it. And hey, listen, at the end of the day, whether I'm a Drake fan or not, or whether you're a Drake fan or not, the reality is, even everyone else is saying that. In fact, no, I did say at one point, I said, this was before the lawsuit happened, right? I said, I kind of rate Drake for actually getting into this battle, and you know what I mean? Like, it was great. It was great for the culture of hip hop, blah, blah, blah. But then now when you're doing a lawsuit, you're mentioning names, but you're not mentioning the source, your online source for the information you're talking about. What is it talking about? This is what I don't understand. You have to focus on what that if you lost, you lost. You know what I mean? Yes, it hurts, but you lost. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't have fans. It's not like like you don't have money, although you may gamble most of it away. I don't know. I don't even. Yeah, hey, I'm not even his accountant, so I don't know what he does with his money. You know what I mean? But we do know he's a gambling addict. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, look, and we do know he likes to give out money. He likes to buy fans. As we're seeing on his concert in Australia or wherever it is, like, he likes to buy fans. There's giveaways, but then there's also buying fans. He likes to trick. He tricks for a living. How about that? He tricks for a living. Get me? Get me? Tricks. Oh my days! How did I? Do you know what? If you know, you know. I ain't gonna say anything. Tricks are for kids. Hey, I listen. I promise you that was not intentional. It's just about he said. It's the fact that I said he tricks for a living, and then, hey, do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep moving because we're on page 54 only. All right, so UMG media campaign successfully spread the defamatory material to billions. UMG campaign spread the defamatory material was successful. On May 4, 2024, the recording set a new record for the most single-day streams for a rap song in the US, 30 million in 24 hours. Within the first week, the recording debuted at number 1 on the Billboard's Hot 100 list with 70.9 million official streams and 5 million radio airplays or audience impressions. Just 1 week later, the recording broke the record for the most streamed song in 1 day period, 96 million streams. And guess what? Today, for the doing this live stream, is the 23rd of February 2025. And guess what? It is currently number 1. It is currently number 1 in the UK charts, the UK official charts. It is currently number 1 in the UK official charts. You can go on Twitter, type in "not like us," or type in Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl, or whatever the case is. You're going to see a lot of different people, and I will react to some of it. You're going to see a lot of people doing their version of when he's doing the song, "Not Like Us," when he's performing that song. See, and it's so ironic because in that particular part that they mimic, or that they do, or they imitate, guess what they're saying? They're copying exactly what he says. You can't rig. They tried to fake the game. Sorry, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. That's what that's about. You can't fake influence. If it's popular, it's popular. Just because I'm not saying I don't like Drake. I don't like most of his music, whatever the case is. I don't know him personally. I'm not wishing his downfall. I'm just seeing things at face value. And it's like, even if you don't like Drake, it's a case of you you have to recognize he's still successful anyway, right? You have to recognize that when it comes down to the industry in general, he's a successful person, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? It's not really going to affect your day just because he's successful doing what he's doing. You can learn from what he's doing. You could either do the same thing, or you could do something better with, which I'm starting to realize is, well, I've always realized anyway, but that move with more integrity, move with morals, move with ethics, and things will work out in your. But look, it's so ironic, yeah. Kendrick Lamar, I'm not. He even said he's not your savior. Get me? He's not your savior. If you listen to Mr. Morale's Big Steppers, he even mentions it. All right. So let's get that out of the way. But he's always been himself. He's always been authentically himself. So when you're off, it's so ironic that now he's at. It's mad when I say he's now like, because I always feel like he's always been number one anyway. Because what? He's got more accolades than Drake. And forget the charts for a minute. I'm gonna say forget the charts for a minute. I'm just talking about accolades in terms of the way he's appreciated as an artist. Drake ain't really appreciated as an artist like that. I'll be real with you. They may appreciate for his one-liners in terms of captions that he doesn't even write himself, it's other people. But like, anyway, let's not even get into that. But the point I'm trying to make is, you have to understand where Kendrick is at right now, and where he's at is he's where he's at because he hasn't sold out in terms of who he is. He hasn't really tried to be someone else that he's not. He's always naturally been himself. Look, the Super Bowl halftime performance, yeah, if you think about it, most of the time, it's always been about past songs or past hits. Yeah. What did he do? He said, yeah, I'm going to perform some past hits, but I bet you I'm going to perform songs from GNX as well. And look at what just happened in America. You know what I mean? Anyway, I won't even go into too much detail, but the point I'm trying to make is he's just being himself, basically. He's changed, and that's all you can be. Be yourself. And Drake, the way Drake has gone on, it's like he's not being himself, and he's being contradictory as well. From this lawsuit, it looks very, it's like a contradiction. Anyway, after UMG published the video and recording returned at number one spot uh, on the Billboard Hot 100, in a week after the video publication, the recording was streamed on an additional 53.8 million times and played on radio additional 14 million times. How do you count how many times they've been played? Like, as far as YouTube and all that stuff there, I kind of understand it because you're seeing the view count, right? But as far as radio, how do you count how many times that a song is being played? Do they like say one? That's one being played again. Okay, two. Like, there's someone sit there by the radio, and mind you, there's different radio stations. So how do you know? Leave your answer in the comment section below. I'm interested to know. Wow, I've been on this subject for quite a minute. So we're gonna keep it moving. All right. So and from July 4th to August 8th, 2024, the video ranked first on YouTube's weekly top music video charts, as it should. On August 6th, 2024, because people are watching, that's what I'm saying, as it should. And MTV Music Video Award nomination for the Song of the Year. The recording maintained the popularity in the months since. They're using the word popularity. So are you trying to say what are we saying there? That the popularity is real? Or is it fake? What are we saying? Because you can't be saying it's fake. No. You can't get what? How many people? What? 40 million. If being played on radio, what? 40 million times. So what is like a a bot playing it and forcing you to listen to it? Because you can always, we live in an era where the radio's it's not necessary. And I know you got car radio and stuff like that, but you can always switch over and watch some. You can even listen to something else. I don't know. Yeah, but you can put on a playlist that you like, that you want to listen to. So what are we talking? The recording has maintained its popularity in the month search on October 7th, 2024. Billboard reported that the recording had reached 45.4 million in total audience impressions on radio. With how do you analyze that? With 50 non-consecutive weeks in charge of the R&B and hip hop airplay list, the recording remains top 40 hit on New York-based stations Z100 and Power 105.1. Rolling Stones, we don't care about Rolling Stones here, but anyway, I'll move. We talk about it. We do care, okay? But it's just like their list that annoys me, and the owner has admitted in being a certain way, and yeah, we won't talk about that. But anyway, reflected that with the catchy beat and instant, you see, as much as I was saying about Rolling Stone, I want to read on. Let's go. They're literally saying with its catchy beat and incendiary lyrics, labeling Drake a Kendrick Lamar latest hit is arguably the biggest moment in music this year, and that's a fact, right? In terms of being the biggest music of the year, and it is a catchy beat. The hook is very catchy. You got some liners in there that are very catchy. This is music, right? Anyway, the defamator. Okay, where was that? All right. And described the vicious Drake diss as inescapable. Pitchfork. So Pitchfork called the lyric "Certified Lover Boy," certified the defining lyric of the what? The defining lyric of the decade so far. Nah, it's not the defining lyric of the decade so far. If you know anything about Kendrick Lamar in terms of, in fact, anything about this rap piece as far, you know that's not the most defining lyric. The most defining lyric in the rap beef, from my perspective, comes from Euphoria. Yeah. Do you know what line that is? It's the most basic line that you're ever gonna hear, which is "Tell no lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you." That is the most defining because it triggered everything else. You get it? Um, the defamatory material has become ambiguous, not just in the rap community, but the community at large. It's been heard and viewed nearly 6 billion times. Imagine now that it's January 2020, February 2025. All right, so we're nearly there. We're nearly at 61. Don't worry. Excuse me. As just a few examples of the content's broad reach, Joe Rogan discussed the recording and allegations against Drake on his arguably hugely popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, with 14.5 million followers on Spotify alone as of March 2024, as did NPR's podcast and Pop Culture's Happy Hour. With every play, where was I? The Joe Rogan Experience, okay. Podcast. Okay. With every play stream listen views and mention UMG had profited. Yeah, and it's the music business. They're there to make profit. That's a fact. Doesn't matter who they got signed. That's the whole point. They sign artists to make profits. The artist wants to make profit too. It's what it is. Whatever the deal is whatever the deal is. Just depending on an artist who's involved. And anyway, UMG promoted the defamatory material with knowledge of all reckless disregard for its falsity and knowledge that it was reasonably foreseeable to cause Drake harm. Now we're getting to the situation. To cause Drake harm. What type of harm? Like, what type of harm? Because the reality is, when it comes to that, we need to figure out what type of harm. Physical harm, emotional harms, financial harm. What harm? To me, it just seems like emotional harm, but okay. You know what I mean? But your man up. You know what I mean? Like, I know it in my circle because the whole world is hearing it, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Just as UMG knew that the allegations in the defamatory material were false at the time it first published the recording image video, UMG knew the allegations were false throughout the months-long campaign to promote the material, which continued through the date of the complaint. UMG promoted the defamatory material with full knowledge that Drake had already suffered significant harm, and additional harm to Drake was reasonably foreseeable. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. Watch this. What's the name of this? What's the name of that song called? Drake. What's the name of the song with Oh, what's it? Give me a hug. Where's the lyrics? So look, Drake says at the very start, the first verse is, yeah, Drake elimination, fake intimidation. Take a minute, take a deep breath, have a little bit of patience. Do you understand? Then he says, Drizzy, you amazing, you the inspiration, you set the bar for the next generation. You the Neo in the Matrix, these ninjas just Nemo in the ocean. Yeah, small fish making kids feel emotion. Now here's the thing, yeah. That first part, Drake elimination, fake intimidation. If you got a lawsuit going on and you're saying this, no. You've lost that lawsuit. The reason why I'm saying he's lost that lawsuit is because look, he could have easily not had the lawsuit and just said that. Would it have been corny for him to say that? Yeah. But you know what I mean? At least he's saying what's on his mind or whatever. He put it in his art or whatever. And that's the whole point. You don't need to go in the tangent of all this unnecessary lawsuit that you know you're gonna lose, bruv. Like, he knows he's gonna lose. Oh, but then again, he didn't think he would lose against Kendrick Lamar, so maybe he thinks he's gonna win this, but he's not gonna win this. I could easily. I'm not saying that because I wanted downfall. No. I'm not. I don't want to downfall Drake. Whatever happens is because of if he does go through a downfall or let's put a further downfall, like then it's going to be because of the actions that he's been taking. That's the reality of life. Yeah, I'm not wishing for his downfall. I'm not going to be happy for his downfall. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be sad about his downfall either. I'm just going to be. I'm able to react for it regardless. But the reality is, it's just a lesson learned, basically. Let's keep it moving now. UMG relentless promotional campaign more adventurous. I still can't say the word. And in light of the fact that Drake has specifically informed UMG repeatedly of falsity allegations and the harm he was suffering as a result. His thing, but the things he was saying against Kendrick and his wife and his kids and Dave Free, and also, in fact, let's talk about those for now. Was he not the same thing? Was that not defamatory material? That's the thing we got to understand. This is why I know he would lose this case because it's not double standard. It's more of you're contradicting yourself. I said it in the first. I said it firstly.
Why is that not playing?
Injured.
That guy wants to rest.
No, he's injured. He's injured. I remember in one game he was injured. So.
Someone wants to rest. He's tired.
Mm-hmm. All right, so where was that? So UMG, okay, on July 24th, 2024, Drake, via counsel, sent a letter to Universal Music General Counsel ahead of litigation about the recording, which explained the defamatory material, falsely accused Drake of engaging in criminal acts, including trafficking, and other acts that would require registration as an S offender. The letter made clear that UMG action was causing Drake concrete and substantial harm, and specifically referenced the armed attack on Drake's Toronto house on March 7, 2024. The letter demanded UMG preserve the records and event litigation was necessary, and cautioned the UMG's involvement perpetuating false, inflammatory, and dangerous conspiracy theory about one of his own artists was shocking and torturous under a variety of laws, both Canada and the United States. This now makes me think. I want to be careful with what I'm saying then because I don't have any evidence. But it just makes me think that event that happened on the 7th of May 2024, as much as Drake, as in fact Kendrick even said it, how many options you really got? There's too many options. I don't think. Because even with. No, I'll reserve my thought now. I won't say anything other than that. No. Because you don't want me to say what I really want to say. But put it this way the same thing, the same thought I had towards the situation that happened at one of these OVO stores in London. In a rant, like, I didn't even know you had a store in London. But anyway, when I found out about that, my initial thought was what I said in the other stream. You know what I mean? I ain't even saying this one. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, I'm now thinking the same thing. And the fact that his security guard got injured in the process, there's something. Some people are so. They're so. I'm not trying to judge someone. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? But put it this way: in life, some people will do anything, literally anything, to to make a point to try and get what they want. Basically, thinking they will get away with it, but eventually it backfires. Even if they feel like they will get away with it for a few months or a few years, but eventually they don't get away with it. That's how life works. Life works. That's why it's always best to live with morals and live with ethic, even if things don't aren't as immediate or whatever the case may be. When the time comes, and it's even more. You know what I mean? Anyway, so following the telephone call between the council for the parties on July 31st, 2024, UMG sent a letter to Drake's representatives in which UMG represented, excuse me, that I understood that its preservation's obligations and warned it would be improvident of Drake to pursue these claims against UMG. I don't even know what that word means.
Play ball. Play ball.
In where was it? Improvident.
Rubbish.
It would be exactly. They warned him. They see UMG warned Drake. Basically warned him and said it would be thoughtless because that's what it means. Thoughtless of Drake to pursue these claims against UMG. They literally warned him. They warned him. The same way Drake was warned by Kendrick Lamar. Like Kendrick Lamar warned Drake. He warned him. And he still didn't listen. But let's move. All right. On August 1st, 2024, Drake sent UMG another letter again, emphasizing the harm to Drake as well as these businesses that UMG is causing by continuing to promote this defamatory material. The later demanded UMG issue a retraction and accept the responsibility in promoting the market to defamatory material. But Aubrey, you made sales on your tours. You announced a new tour. You made sales on your new tour. You made a new album with P&D or Party Next Door, Play With His Nose, and people are listening. Whether they like it or not, that's on them. I don't know. Yeah. But from what I'm saying, most people don't like it, but there are some fans that genuinely like it. But those fans, for me, even though Life Track likes the album, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, at the end of the day, I'm like, look, you have to understand when it comes down to it, you can't have everything your way, bruv. You just can't. You know what I mean? Anyway, UMG's actions did not change after receiving the two notices from Drake about the falsity of the allegations and description of the severe harm he suffered. As a result, UMG took no steps to address the matter. To contrary, UMG, in fact, also didn't top five also threaten Kendrick Lamar? And who's top five? Doesn't top five work with not work, but he's an affiliation of Drake, right? So what happened there? Because Drake could have easily mentioned that in his lawsuit. Kendrick could have also put a lawsuit saying his life was threatened, his life felt harm, and he was and Drake's music or UMG is promoting defamatory material towards. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm keeping it all the way 100 in it. I'm being honest, I'm unbiased as well. I'm trying to be unbiased. UMG, okay, yeah, read that. So, contrary to UMG, continue to promote licensed defamatory material, including through numerous social media posts, posting and recording success to negotiating and paying for the recordings to nominate it for the 2025 Grammys Awards and played at the Super Bowl. Get me? They played at the Super Bowl. You get me? And it is what it is. And there's five. He won five Grammy awards for the song as well. And do you know what I mean? 5 Grammy awards, like five. And now I get why Kendrick mentioned about he wants to play he wants to play everyone's favorite song, but you know they like to sue. Now I understand why he mentioned it that way. Because you're mentioning it alongside and the Super now you mention it alongside the Super Bowl. That's where you done messed up, man. You messed up again. All right, through the summer and fall, Drake attempted to resolve the claims privately with UMG without resorting to litigation. UMG's own code of conduct required coercive action on UMG's part. The code states that UMG is committed to non-violent workplace and the harassment can take different forms such as speech that is threatening or abusive. That is only for workers or employers. I mean, yeah, employees. You get me? As an artist signed to a record label, you're not effectively an employee. I know it may seem that way, but you're not.
Oh, oh,
But you're not. So that's the reality of it. So if you're not that, so what's he talking about?
oh. Sorry.
So in a workplace, so see in its workplace, UMG prioritized avoiding abusive conduct, including verbal, abusive, and physical conduct that another person would find threatening or humiliating. In the introductory comments to the conduct of code of conduct, Lucian Grange observes that integrity means behaving honorably and with honesty. It means setting the right tone in all that we do. We are accountable for the decisions we make and we conduct ourselves. Drake expected UMG would live by its own principles in responding to the abusive conduct, threats, and violence he had experienced. But Drake, you are not an employee of UMG. You are an artist of UMG. You know what I'm saying? Like you're an artist, you're a music artist. You're a music artist. Like, I don't understand this. Anyway, let's keep moving because you get me. Only like 2 more pages, no, 3 more pages. Yet after weeks of delay, UMG declined to do anything to assist Drake, including even going as far as refusing to agree to mediate with Drake. Yeah, of course. I would refuse too. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You want me to apologize for something I did not do. You want me to apologize for the fact that you were telling Kendrick to drop. You were taunting him to drop. You taunted him to make references to those particular things that you're being accused of in this particular song. And
Oh, 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 oh. Look at keeper, look at keeper. Stupid keeper.
now you would have got it. But where was that? So this Drake's included if So yeah, where was that? Blah 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 blah. So UMG instead insisted that it bore no responsibility for the harm that Drake had suffered and represented that if Drake sued UMG. Exactly what I've been saying. UMG are not responsible. Like they're not responsible. You can't. Anyway, they're saying Akon now. You can't. You,
Offside. This is offside. Offside. That's offside. Stealing. You want off? It's not offside. No, nah. This is see.
yeah,
They
they
are
might
not.
roll out. Who knows?
They are not ruling anything out. But there's something I noticed about this game.
Yeah.
They showed last. Offside. They should get out.
All right, so let's get back into this. So Drake, where was I? So
It's offside.
yeah, UMG would respond by bringing claims against UMG. Wait, hold up. Did UMG do it? Wait, hold on. Drake also respond. All right, so UMG would respond by bringing claims against Kendrick Lamar and intimidated that Drake would face public ridicule for perception that he had sued another rapper. Alright, UMG, there are G's. That response, because it's true, he is being ridiculed for this. And I get it that some people are for this for some reason, but they don't understand. But he is being ridiculed for it.
It's offside.
No go.
The second time they want to steal. The second goal they scored is even offside. Now they want to score third goal with offside.
And where was I? So Drake, where is it? Let's get straight to center. UMG instead insisted that it bore no responsibility for the harm Drake had suffered, and represented that if Drake sued UMG, UMG would respond by bringing claims against Kendrick Lamar and intimidated that Drake would face public ridicule for the perception that he had sued another rapper. It's true. If that was the case, if he sued, if he had sued Drake, if Drake had sued Kendrick Lamar, he would have been ridiculed. But he's suing UMG, thinking he's not going to get ridiculed. So I'm glad I reread that to really understand it properly. My bad, y'all. Um, at no point during any of these discussions did UMG ever suggest that he believed the allegation against Drake to be truthful or accurate. As of the date of filing, UMG continues to promote and license the defamatory material, notwithstanding the plain knowledge of both falsity and concrete harm to Drake. As of the date of filing, UMG has not retracted any defamatory material or any issued statement disclaiming the veracity of the defamatory material or apologizing to Drake for the harm it has caused. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I genuinely believe what wants here. He wants this song to no longer. He wants this song to no longer exist. That's basically what he wants, but he doesn't understand that even if this song didn't exist, we have Meet the Grahams, and Meet the Grahams is much more like sinister than Not Like Us. You understand? It's much more sinister. Get me? It's it's much more worse than Not Like Us when I think about it. If you, it's much more worse. It's much more worse. Yeah. So the fact that he hasn't even mentioned that in here, and he's also being literally accused of the same thing. Like he's more or less not. I want to say being accused, but there's 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 what's the word?
I pushed you instead of you to go on the floor.
How to explain it. It's such a weird thing how to explain this thing. But let's keep moving. All right, so UMG actions are motivated at least in part by UMG's desire to best position itself in negotiation with Kendrick Lamar 2024 and Drake in 2025. With respect to Lamar on information and believe UMG was incentivized to prove that it could maximize Lamar's sales by any means necessary after only being able to get him to sign a short-term exclusive contract. How do you know this, Drake or Drake's lawyers? How do you know? Do you have facts? Show it. You know what I mean? How do you know about someone else's contractual agreements? Who told you? Why do you know this information? How did you get this information? You just got to ask those questions, isn't it? You know what I mean? Did you obtain this information illegally? Or how did he obtain this information? Where did you get it from? Where was it? So UMG. So where was I? UMG wanted Lamar to see the value on its expedited time frame in order to convince Lamar to resign exclusively and for a longer period of time. As to Drake in 2024, the contract was nearing the free fulfillment. On information and belief, UMG anticipated extending Drake's contract will come at a higher cost to UMG, as such as it incentivized to devalue Drake's music and brand in order to gain leverage in negotiations for an extension. That don't even make sense. I'm not going to lie to you, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because his value is not, let's put it this way, his value would not even, his values would already dropped anyway, but the reality is, no matter what, even if he does come up with a hit, like a massive hit, regardless of the contract he signs, if it's a 50-50 deal, there's, or maybe Drake is thinking he wanted like a 60-40 deal or 80-20 deal where he gets 8% and UMG gets 20%. But even if that was going to be the deal, like UMG would still want to make sure that they make as much money anyway. So what are we talking about? I don't know, man. I could be wrong, but when it comes down to negotiations, your value. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, how can a person's value devalue in terms of? I don't know how to explain it in terms of a music artist. Like, as far as like, I don't know. It's not like he's going anywhere. Do you know what I mean? His contract. I don't explain it. I don't explain it because he's always dropping music anyway. Like literally always dropping music, whether whether the music is good quality or not, he's always dropping music. So I'm looking at it from like, if he's always dropping music, how is? But anyway, it's a thing of, are people getting tired of his music? Clearly not. But anyway, UMG actions were also motivated by its executive incentive structure, which rewards Interscope executive like Mr. Yannick for surpassing division's annual projections, even if the success has detrimental effects of an artist from another division, like Drake from Republic and or UMG overall. On information and belief that Yannick's offer, Janix further was motivated by surpass Interscope's 2024 annual goal for expense of public and Drake to portion himself to be named as Sir Grain's successor or petition for which Mr. Monte Lippman of Republic is also being considered. Okay then. UMG caused Drake to substantial harm by publishing and promoting the defamation material. This is the ongoing thing. We get it. You think UMG caused you harm by promoting the defamatory material, but your diss songs are also defamatory material to Officer Ricky, Kendrick Lamar, and other people as well. So what we talking about here? ASAP Rocky included. Like what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Rihanna included. What we talking about? Anyway, UMG published or took part publishing statements that insert implied that Drake is a offender and as a trafficker and engages in other criminals acts that would require him to register as a. These claims are false and constitute defamation. Okay, per se. Where are we at now? So members of the public believe and repeat the false allegations. Members of the public believe and repeat the false allegations. The members of the public may repeat the false allegations because the song's catchy and whatever the case may be. However, do they necessarily believe it? Not necessarily. Some people are singing onto a lyric and they have no clue what the lyrics mean. or what it refers to. So what are we talking about here? All right. Members of the public have taken allegations in defamatory material to be statements of fact, even Drake's public and private denial. Even after Drake's public and private denials. If that's what you want to believe, then that's what you want to believe, and that's what I can say now. On April 30th, 2024, less than a week before the release of the recording, UMG released another song by Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria, that threatened that he won't tell the truths about Drake. That he won't tell the truths about Drake if Drake don't tell no lies about me. Okay. Yeah, because he does, okay. And ominously stated that know some about Drake. The reasonable listener, any future allegation levied by Lamar against Drake would be based on truth and undisclosed fact or rumor or opinion. There you go, undisclosed fact, not rumor or opinion. Immediately after the release of the recording and image, people all over the internet began repeating allegations against Drake, believing them to be statements of facts. These posts number in these hundreds of thousands. As one user put it, this isn't a diss, it's the truth. The culture isn't just not FW with Drake, it's correcting itself by kicking out these predators. Drake, Diddy, etc. Another user wrote, the recording is telling the truth about Drake, being a other users echoed the same. Drake has more than 800,000 dislikes on that song because everybody believe he touching children because we have evidence everywhere. Oh man. All I'm gonna say is this. That attorney or that lawyer or whoever, for them to put that in a lawsuit like that, and this is a defamation lawsuit. This is a defamation lawsuit. This, like I said, I don't wish anyone's downfall, but this could be he's very downfall right here. Because if it gets to the point where UMG says, you think we're anyway, I won't even say anything. But anyway, yeah. We'll go to 61 to 81 another day. But this, I'm not sorry. You cannot. In fact, one thing I do want to say before I get out of it, how can he say this, yeah, when there's a lot of Drake fans that are doing the same thing in regards to Kendrick Lamar, saying they believe they believe that Drake is telling the truth about Kendrick Lamar. This is even after the fact. Like I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen it. I've seen it. But my thing is, this is just so wrong. This part here, when I say it's so wrong, I mean as in it's so wrong to the point where I've posted some sort of evidence on my, like when reaction to the video before, and then I've done another reaction to something else earlier. So it's like not earlier this let's put it this way, earlier this week or last week, or whatever. So it's like you have to think, Drake, maybe you need to learn about your behavior patterns, or maybe you don't. Maybe you have to get caught for what you're doing for you to learn from your lessons. That's sometimes it gets to that point. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me see if anyone a shout out. I know I've been on the stream for more than 3 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, man, thanks for rocking with me. All this time, this has been. Has it been like this all the time? It can't have been. No, it has been. Anyway, my name is Versatile, aka Alkebulan Trust. Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? You can catch me on my other stream at 7 o'clock. But anyway, yeah.